Jake Paul just met Andre August in the ring in an unusual Friday night fight, and pros have reacted to the much anticipated fight. Here's what pros thought about the fight in Orlando, Florida.
Oh my God.
Let's go!
Carol, let's go!
When talking about the hype behind Jake's next fight, Carl Froch wasn't too impressed with anyone fighting Jake Paul. Carl really didn't think that Jake was worth all the hype, and he even thought that he could take him. Carl stated, "He's a house. He can't fight for toffee, and he would not come anywhere near me, even though I'm 10 years retired. That's all you need to know about Jake Paul. He called me out, but he won't take on a guy who's been retired for 10 years. I could come back, not even put myself through a training camp, and it would be such an easy night's work. He's a performing clown. Hopefully he'll go away because boxing fans are not taking him seriously." Jake Paul didn't seem too worried about facing Andre though, and he even brought up the fact that he dropped Andre's coach in sparring.
Did your coach tell you that I dropped him in sparring too? Or did he not tell you that? I dropped your coach in sparring, but he probably didn't tell you that. He probably hyping you up. So the guy that's teaching you got worked by me 2 years ago. But yeah, y'all be quiet over there. You're welcome for being here. I hope you guys like the hotel rooms that I got you. I hope you guys like the accommodations. Enjoy it. It's your last week in the sport of boxing, guys. Have fun. Keep giggling.
Justin Deschamps tried to stand up against Jake, and he tried to pull his attention back to Andre.
Gallery's laughing. Because did your coach tell you that I dropped him in sparring too? Or did he not tell you that?
What is it? Oh, what do I when I drop two? Had to pick you up. Had to pick you up. Oh,
You
hey,
remember
hey,
that.
your coach say,
Because your
what's the
own
coach
coach
say?
got
What are you
coach.
talking about? December.
coach ain't
What are you
tell you
talking about? Hey man, get some. Hey, you got work right here. You got work right here. You got work right here. What up?
Yeah, y'all be quiet over there. You're
Yeah,
welcome for being
hey,
here.
exactly.
I
You
hope
talking to
guys
me?
have hotel
Talk
rooms
to
that I got
him. You talking to
I hope
me?
guys
Talk
have
to him.
accommodations.
You gotta work with
Enjoy
that.
it. It's your last week in the sport of boxing.
Oh
guys.
my God.
Andre August's coach, Justin Deschamps, admitted that he was indeed knocked down by Jake Paul in sparring in 2022. Justin stated, "I'm going to be all the way honest about it. In the sport of boxing, if your glove touches the ground, it's a knockdown, right? So yeah, that happened. Jake caught me while I was throwing a punch. I wasn't hurt or anything. My glove touched the canvas. I had to jump back up, get myself together, and get right back on his." Jake is a tough kid. Jake glorifies sparring, but doesn't even know what sparring is really for. Sparring is to learn. You know, I was really out there just trying to help him. That's why his coach had called me and asked me to come down there and help him. And it got to times where it was, hey man, dial it back a little bit. You're kind of hitting him too hard. It happened, bro. When Andre was asked to give his prediction for the fight, he talked about how excited he was to get the call, and he promised the fans fireworks. Andre stated, "It was exciting, man. Immediately when I heard about who I was going to fight, I said, yeah, I have to take my hat off to him. It's not easy for anybody to want to do boxing and be able to get into the ring and be able to compete. I have a lot of respect for that situation. Not everyone will want to do that, especially if you're already established and have your life going on. I respect that. When asking about his skills, I'm not really sure because I don't really watch him like that. As far as what I'm hearing and from the short clips of him fighting, he's still in the learning process. Everybody still has things they could learn in the game. Nobody's perfect. He's still learning in the game. I'm still learning the game. Boxing is always a learning step. I'm not really good at predictions. All I can say is on December 15th, you guys are going to see fireworks." A lot of people didn't know who Andre was before this fight, and he shared a bit of his story of getting into boxing to get away from gang violence.
I want to understand more about your story for a lot of fans that are now just getting to know you heading into this fight. What's your story that led to you becoming a professional boxer?
Being in the streets, gang banging and street fighting and stuff, man. So I want to take myself in and get away from that around 2008, 2009, and I started boxing.
Jake Paul planned on knocking Andre out though, and he planned to make light work of him. Jake stated, "A knockout. Add him to the highlight reel. End of story. Just like all these guys talk, I've been in the ring with UFC champions, real killers. This guy is actually nothing. You'll see. Watch. 48 hours, it's going down. Tune in, have fun. Here we go. Look, there's not, tons and tons of footage. But we're gonna see, me outbox him. He can't move like me. He's not as sharp as me. Skillful, picking him apart. And I doubt he's even gonna land a punch. So that's really what it is. Sloppy feet, all that for him. So I'm just gonna dust him up real quick and you're gonna see who the better boxer is." Before the fight, KSI tried to throw some shade at Jake Paul for low ticket sales days before the fight actually happened. KSI stated, "Yeah, he ain't got any hype anymore. I ain't wasting my time fighting him, LOL." Jake Paul defended his ticket sales as smart business planning though, and Jake stated, "And yes, we won't sell out until fight day. Smart promotions and businessmen setting the price just right, knowing the selling data and audience. It's called dynamic pricing. If you sell tickets and they sell out right away, then shouldn't you have priced them higher? Simple supply, demand, and pricing economics. No wonder KSI was gonna pull out of the prime deal days before launch, because he's a bird brain." Jake Paul claims that his mindset is completely different from KSI's though, and he's doing fights like the one with Andre to cement his legacy over anything else. Jake stated, "We're chasing two different things. He's chasing viewership and I'm chasing legacy, being cemented in the history books forever. Respect, being on the cover of Sports Illustrated, having my own boxing documentary, making Amanda Serrano the highest paid women's fighter of all time, Shadasia Green up next. Signing real fighters, real world champions, 250 million in pay-per-view revenue generated versus he can get millions of views on his sparring match. All kudos to him. When I'm 30 years old like he is, I want to have belts, not views, and that's the difference between these two mindsets." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.